never doubting yourself and in your capacities. Since I was little, I have always doubted in my abilities regarding school. At the age of 7, I left Tampico and went to live to McAllen, Texas because of the insecurity. When we arrived to McAllen, Texas, was the time that I had my breakdown because it made me feel so stupid and ashamed of myself. When we arrived to McAllen, my mom took me and my sister to the school to make the admission exam, which the school that we were going to enter in. So of course when we arrived, they put me in a huge room all by my own with a huge exam full of words in English, of course, which I definitely didn't understand. I thought that it was in Japanese. Because back in Tampico, they didn't taught me a lot of vocabulary in English. So of course I only knew the basic stuff. When I started reading all the huge exam that they put me, I was like, what the hell is this? So I crossed out the whole exam and went outside running and telling my mother that I wasn't going to live there because I didn't like even the city and I didn't even know how to communicate or interact with other people. So stepping ahead to the nowadays story. In Tampico, at the age of 17, like 2 years ago in high school, there was a competition in London, which we need to create a business that could overall all the charges in the university. So of course it was a huge a huge competition which we need to have all the capacities and the abilities to be able to attend to. So in the school, in the Cultural, which I was in Tampico, they only choose 15 students that had the abilities and the capacities, like the profile, to be able to attend to this competition. So they chose me. When they chose me, I felt as big and strong as Hercules. So when I arrived to London, I obtained the role of like the leader of the group. So I was the one that was the charge to be like gathering all the information, telling people what to do. Like I was in every single part. Like I was the one that controlled like the idea of the group, of the business that we needed to create, which was a food truck. This business, this competition was 56 schools were attending to this competition, which of course it felt like it was a arena full of gladiators because everyone was like trying to obtain the same goal, which was the first place, obviously. So in this competition, there was talent hunters, which their role or task is to see all the abilities of each of the students and select the ones that they think that are the perfect or like the candidates to offer them scholarships or agreements with other schools like international, like in London, the Business School of London, in King's College, in Cambridge, and etc. Like big universities. So it was a really good deal. So when the final day became, and we needed to present because my group and I went to the final, it was the worst part because we were in front of like an auditorium full of like 1,000 people just sitting there trying to listen to you to what you're going to propose to the judges, which they of course made like 100 questions that you need to like respond immediately. So when we were presenting, it was like if you were like in an arena full of bulls trying to kill you because like you felt like the 100 eye contact feeling you, right? So at the end of the competition, I was really nervous because I have noticed that some of my friends have received a letter from the talent hunters that they were the candidates, or some of the candidates, to be able to participate in this huge event. So I was really devastated. I was like, oh my God, I have lost like a huge opportunity because I don't have the abilities like I used to believe like before. So I went to my room, and then I received a letter from the talent hunter who was like, Mariela, we're so proud that you are in this contest, so you're a candidate, we're proud to welcome you to the blah, 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 blah. And I was like, hell yeah, I received it. So I was really, really excited, and my head didn't like connect it to the ideas that like I needed to write a letter saying why I should be like in that program that they had chosen me. So I started writing the letter, and I didn't take it so like seriously. I thought that it was like absurd. So I was like, eh. And when I finish it, I like give it in, and all my friends told me like, oh my god, I wrote like, I don't know, like 2 pages, and I was like, what? I wrote 2 paragraphs, and I was like, oh my god, I'm not gonna be like selected, because there were like few steps to be selected. And then of course I wasn't selected. They were like, oh my god, I just lost the opportunity because I didn't give myself in. I didn't write, or I didn't pay the attention that was needed to this letter that required, right? So then the talent hunter called me and was like, Mariela, oh my god, what happened to you? This letter was like junk. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened to me. I didn't take I thought that it was absurd, so I just wrote whatever it came out to my head. And I'm like, no, I can't believe it. I know that you have the abilities like to do this or to be part of this program, and I want you to, and you have leadership, and you are like really smart, and really like you have the fluency needed, like you're confident of yourself. And when she told me that, I was like, oh my god. And this whole time, I just felt like I was nothing. Like I was just one person sitting there that didn't have the abilities enough to be like the other friends. And she told me like, you cannot compare to your friends because you are better than them, and this and this and that. So in conclusion, when I went home, I was so proud of myself, and I felt like a sun, like bright like lights coming out of me, because that was the time when I realized that I have all the abilities needed, and that I was really capable of doing whatever I wanted, and I have the knowledge of doing what they asked me, or to embrace more people to do that. So I think this is a good chance to embrace more people, to tell them to don't feel like ashamed of themselves if they cannot do a task that they have required to, because there will always be second chances. So you need to keep faith in yourself to be better and get better in what you do.